Welcome to lesson 16 of Numbers and Operations. This lesson right here will move us into understanding fractions and how to work fractions. And we're moving into our fractions. So our objective, a factor, two numbers that multiply, two or more numbers that multiply. Factors are numbers that multiply. The product is the answer. Prime numbers. So let's talk about prime numbers. Prime numbers cannot be divided by any other number but themselves. So let's give you a couple of examples of prime numbers. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. You might want to Google this because there's a list of the numbers from 1 to 99. There's actually a list from 1 to 1,000 of prime numbers. Numbers who can only be divided by themselves in 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. 2 is the only even prime number listed. Composite number is a combination of prime numbers. So a number like 4, 6, 8, 10. These are examples of composite numbers because 4, 2 times 2 makes 4. And 2 is prime and the other 2 is prime. So prime factorization, what is it? It is a way of showing numbers as a factor of its primes by breaking it down into a factor tree. And when you start to learn multiplication, some teachers have the time to do this, but a lot of time in a lot of grade schools, this gets skipped when starting factors. Here's some general ideas for division. Okay, so our first example, we're going to discuss, well, whether each number is prime or is it composite. So a number like 41. Now, if you Google this list from numbers from 0 to 100, you will find 41 on a list. But you have to ask yourself, can we divide 41 by 3? Well, 13 times 3 is 39, and the next number is 42. So can it be divided by 3? 1 is not even, so it can't be divided by 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10. So the only other numbers left are 3, 5. All products of 5 end in 0 or 5, so that eliminates 5. 7, 35, then 42. So it's not divisible by 7, it's not divisible by 9, it's not divisible by 11, it's not divisible by 13. So 42 is actually a composite number. 41 is actually composite. Yeah. Okay, so now let's take a prime factorization of a number and let's show you what we're going to do. We're going to break this down into any numbers you can think of that multiply to make 30. So what numbers make 30? Well, 33 and 10 make 30. So we have 3 and 10, and then what numbers make up 3? 1 and 3, so that's prime, so that's done. But 10 is composite. 2 times 5 make 10. So now, how would we list this out? 2 times 3 times 5. And this is prime factorization, where we have all the factors of 30 listed as prime numbers. And that's the end of our examples. You can move on to the problems, and I'll catch you at the end of the video. Okay, 264. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This ends in a 4. So it's even. So I know that this is composite. How do I know that? Because it's divisible by 2. So this is a composite number. I'm not asking you to break the number down. I'm asking you to identify whether this number is prime or is it composite. Is this 67 prime or is it composite? It is prime. 67 has no factors less than 67. So now we're going to do the prime factorization. And we already did this one, 3 and 10. And the examples, 2 and 5. We write the numbers in order. 2 times 3 times 5 equals 30. And our final example. So what do we have? 16 and 0. So we have 16 times 10. And any number that ends in 0 is divisible by 2, 5, and 10. So that was one of the notes from the beginning of the video. So how do we break down 16? Into 4 and 4. But 4 and 4 are still composite. So break 4 down into 2 and 2. And 2 and 2. And 10 gets broken down into 2 and 5. And now we have all of these composite numbers. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. So an exponential form means writing the same number multiplied to itself as an exponent. And we'll talk about this later. But all you have to do is count the number of the same numbers that you have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's. So this 2 to the 5th times 5 equals 160. That is the end of this lesson. Again, this is one of these lessons that teachers may cut in a rush to do other things. So take the time, work on other examples in a textbook or on a worksheet or somewhere online, and practice. You're going to have to practice to get better at these types of things. So good luck, keep working hard, and I will see you on the next video. Hit the like button, subscribe for notifications. Thank you for watching my channel.